Hello, welcome to the Comics Panel. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about teleporters.
Bam.
Poof.
Okay. One of the really cool powers in the comic book world is teleportation.
Great.
And you were saying earlier there wasn't a whole lot of teleporters in the comic book world, but now probably in the last 10, 20 years anyway, they've really popped up, and it seems to be a power that is becoming a lot, just like super strength or invulnerability. It's something that is everyone needs a teleporter type of thing.
And how does that make you feel?
I feel sick inside. Like I got teleported.
Bam.
No, I mean, think about it. At one time, Nightcrawler was the go-to guy.
Pretty much, yeah.
You know, and DC had their version of Ambush Bug, but he was more comical than just seriousness that you couldn't even bring him into the DCU.
Yep. I mean, do you think they got too many teleporters, or
you can't
not enough?
Truly have enough, because think about it. If we want to talk mutant powers that fly, how many people can you name? Blang, fly. This one flies. This one flies. Everybody's flying. So you got to create some more things and saying, oh, he can fly. I mean, as one of the many powers that they would have.
Yeah, I think it was. I mean, Nightcrawler, obviously, when they relaunched X-Men with all new, all different, and before that, it was the Vanisher.
Yes.
He was around in Fantastic Four and Black Panther comics. Mm-hmm. And up until then, really the only time, if most people were teleporting, it was through magic.
Okay.
Doctor Strange would do it every once in a while, things like that. Dr. Fate would do it.
What about
it was
Pip?
more of a...
Pip.
A magical thing,
but it wasn't
used.
A power that they had.
Yeah. Correct. It wasn't like something they relied on. It was something that was in their arsenal.
Right. They can cast the spell to help teleport.
And you mentioned Pip. We've got he's probably the ultimate teleporter at this point in time because he has the space gem.
Yep.
And the space gem allows you to teleport basically anywhere.
He's the guy with the stones, right?
Yeah, the space gem.
Do you remember when Thanos first took it off of the god that had it? The god that had it, he thought he was having super speed.
The runner.
Yeah,
yep.
And he thought he was doing.
He did have super speed. He just
relied on the gem to tell.
He didn't realize that the gem was augmenting his already incredible power.
Right, but he thought that was a speed power.
He thought he was just getting better with age,
right.
and it wasn't.
And when Thanos plucked it, he said, "No, this is a teleporter." Boom.
Yeah.
And he took it off of him. But I mean, with the teleportation, there's like Nightcrawler, who we thought was the coolest teleporter. He's pretty weak on the teleportation scale.
Oh yeah.
He can't take a whole bunch of people, or he's going to hurt himself. He has to
hurt
see
the people.
Yeah, and he has to see where he goes. Right. We were talking about that. Like
I remember you were saying about Corsair, but
yes.
when it transported Scott's father, I made him feel.
Yeah.
He was going to vomit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not a good feeling.
Gives an upset stomach, that kind of thing. Very disorienting, put it that way.
When Alan Cummings played him in the X-Men, he took Storm where he couldn't see, one, which is wrong. Number two, when she came out, she was like, okay, let's get this job going. Well, that's not how it goes.
Don't you just have to see something?
Well, it has to be either his line of sight.
It's line of sight.
Or someplace he's been before type of thing. As long as he knows there's nothing on the other side of that wall, he can get over there. But if he's not sure what's on the other side of that wall.
Yeah, you don't want to.
They've changed it up then, because in the original, I mean, honestly, I remember there was one time he was fighting if it was Wendigo or something, and he's like, he goes, I can only teleport so far because there's a forest in front of me. And I remember reading it going, go to the top of the tree and then blast out. If you're getting away from Wendigo, if this is one way, but they always say it was line of sight only. And I always remember that's because it's like with Stan Lee, he said, every time you give a character a power, you got to give them two ways to take them down. Well, that's perfect. Okay, he could teleport. No, he just can't go anywhere. It's line of sight, and I always liked that about him. But it also makes him very weak, but that's good because then he could just, if there's no stopping him, multiple teleportations, multiple people, blah, blah, he's unstoppable. You got to make him stoppable.
I thought that was interesting when you brought up the fact that Deadpool could teleport.
Yeah, in fact...
and does he still do it? Do they have him have any of those powers in books? Because I'm not big Deadpool reader.
The stuff
I
I'm
read him
reading?
when he guest starred.
He's not teleporting now.
Yeah.
He's just they are really pushing the merc with the mouth. They are not doing the teleportation. But I forget what issue of X-Force, since within the single-digit ones, there was a villain getting his butt handed to him by X-Force, and all you do is see his hand. That's all you see is his hand. And I was like, that looks like Deadpool's hands, but I didn't know he was a teleporter at this time. Then when the movie came out, not the full-fledged one with Ryan Reynolds, Origins, they were able to give him teleportation, the mutation to do that. And then at the final scene between Sabretooth and Wolverine on top of 3 Mile Island,
Yep.
he had Cyclops' blast and he had the teleportation. And they haven't played that up in the second movie.
No.
And they're not playing it up in comics. So
Because I read like some of the newer stuff. It's like that's why I said I didn't remember a whole lot of the early.
right,
Deadpool
they
stuff,
never
which
played
was
it that
interesting.
much. I mean, that was the only time.
No, it's not that he didn't teleport. It's
no.
just not his powers.
But in this one, it was. He went in, grabbed a villain, and took him out. And I'm telling you, it's his hand because it has those little
Oh yeah, I believe
jewelry things on it. But you see, the thing is, a lot of people forget that. And in the movie, he teleported. So where are we going with, on the reboot?
You mean on the TMI?
But here's the thing. That's the thing about his power. He can hold a pool of mutant abilities, but he couldn't do it until he got Wolverine's healing power. That was the key factor into making Deadpool. Now, of course, a lot of things are forgotten, but I will I will find that X-Force, and we should keep this rolling like this. This is good stuff. Our editor's challenging me, and I'm stepping up to the challenge. And what's on the line? $5? Anybody want to bet on this? Stump the Grogan, $5? No. Everybody's scared. They're scared. They don't want to take on my knowledge. They don't want to take on my knowledge. So let's go. How about other ones? There's a dog from Inhumans.
Yeah, Lockjaw. He was one of the original teleporters. Definitely.
I always like Cloak. When Cloak and
Yes,
Dagger.
Cloak and Dagger.
I like when they used him in the Civil War books because he could take a whole bunch of people.
Yes.
I remember him
his
taking
cloak just keeps
Cap,
getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, Cap and his team. Everybody jumped in, got away from Stark's team, then came out. And I was like, I just thought that was great how they used Cloak.
Yes, awesome Cloak. I mean,
I like Cloak and Dagger. I wish they'd do more with them
they
in
are
a little
making.
better way.
They are making.
They talked about it. Yeah.
No, it's been greenlit. They're doing. Here's the worst part though. They're going to change their origins.
What, a movie or TV or Netflix?
I thought it was for television.
It's going to be Netflix.
Oh, nice.
I think, and 99% sure. I'll have to recheck that. But they're retooling. Remember, they were both drug addicts, and that's how they found each other, and then they became.
Well, they were runaways, and Cloak was a drug addict.
I thought both of them were.
I don't think both of them were. I think
they were involved in something,
were
Runaways or something
They
like
were
that.
Runaways.
And they got picked up by a clandestine organization. I don't know if it was government or not, but they were experimented on, and it brought out their powers.
So, in essence, they're going to change that. I don't know what they're going to do, but exactly like you were just saying before, the director
somebody has to put their mark
take it
on
forward, right? Just take it forward. What's been the seed that's been sown that everybody knows and loves. Keep it going. Don't
You're
put your
hired
twist.
to tell the story.
Right.
Don't create
Create your
yourself.
own.
Yeah, create your
You
own.
nailed it. You nailed it with that. That's perfect. Create your own. If you want to go create your own. Here's what the seed is. It's been sown. People love it. Go for it. But yeah, Cloak, I love the ability. He could just take a whole bunch of people.
Magic, Ileana.
Oh, yes.
Yep, that was her mutant power to be able to teleport.
Yep. And take as many. There's never been a limit to her, right?
I don't think so. I mean, there probably is, obviously, but
other magic, like Sim could fight her from teleporting. Like he could probably do something.
Well, I don't know. That was her mutant power. That had nothing to do with her Dark Child magic thing that she picked up in Limbo.
But I remember Sim when he fought her. She was trying to get out. There was like a fight scene that he stopped her somehow. I can't remember exactly how.
Well,
but
maybe he did. Maybe
because he's a decently powerful demon.
Yeah, but it was my understanding that was her mutant power as opposed to everything else that came through Limbo, through Belisco.
Now, all these characters so far we were talking about Marvel. Is there? I think you said Ambush Bug from DC.
Is DC?
Did anybody else do it in DC?
Wow,
DC would it be like Vibe? Could he teleport? Like I know he does it in TV
Yeah, he
show.
does it on the TV, but I don't. He was just
I don't remember him
shocks.
doing
That's all
that
he was
in
shocks.
Yeah.
Especially in towards the
Other
end.
than like the magical people.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like for storyline
Purposes,
more so than anything else.
Dude, there you are. Look, man, cool. We'll get back to the show in just a sec. But first, you gotta click on the subscribe button for the Comics Panel's YouTube channel, man. That way, you won't miss one gnarly episode. It's right there. It only takes a sec. I'll wait here. you are. Check this out.
I can't think of a whole lot of DC characters that can actually teleport.
Wow, you're
Yeah, I
right. That was a
can't
good
really
question.
think of
We
it.
should have talked that before we shot, because we could give him more
Let's-
thought.
Let's
That's
stump the panel. We
Well, just
responded.
stumped us.
well, we got ambush bug. We got
Yeah, we
ambush
got
bug.
ambush bug.
We'll take that as a win. Yeah, wow. I can't think of anybody on
I
DC
can't.
right
I've
now.
been thinking while you
I
guys
was
were
trying to
talking.
be like
it's
their main power type of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, because I mean, you could always say Green Lantern could go
Well, yeah,
to
he
different
can do
areas,
things like that. And
but
of course, Spectre can do whatever he wants.
and that's not a power per se.
It's more magical.
Yeah.
Yeah, mystic. I don't really think there. I can't recall of any off the top of my head.
I am stumped on that.
But
except
if
for
somebody
ambush bug.
does know, they can drop a comment in the
It's-
box
yeah,
below.
I don't
yeah.
know if it's any of the main characters anyway. Even villains. I don't know of a whole lot of villains.
I mean,
that
I know
can teleport.
Flash can go back and forth, but
Yeah,
he
that's
can't
kinda-
teleport. That's
just
more
kinda
time.
like
Yeah.
speed.
I mean,
And that's
even
time.
like you said before, like anybody dealing with demon magic, like say Clarion, the Witch Boy,
Yeah, them guys.
those
do
guys,
things like that.
Yeah.
But that's
yeah,
like an arsenal type of thing. That's not.
Yeah, that's not. That's a tool.
man, it's a good thing this wasn't a stump question.
Yeah,
We've
really.
been done.
Ambush bug is all we would have.
We got one. Name him. Oh, we named him. You know. Okay, so
Definitely, Marvel has the edge on teleport.
and they do because
Yeah,
they
I
even have
guess so.
Gateway. We didn't discuss
Oh, yeah,
Gateway.
Gateway.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Forgot about
He's
Gateway.
like time, space,
Right.
anywhere.
You come up, hey, I want to go here, and he doesn't charge you.
Well, it's only if he wants to do it.
Yeah, that's true. You have to be nice to him. There's the thing. Yeah, you have to ask.
And he is. There's always this debate how old he is and how powerful he really
So
is.
for the viewers that don't know who Gateway is, what was some of his first appearances, or where could they find the Gateway
X-Men,
character?
Uncanny
X-Men?
X-Men.
I want to say
Along
the
with-
Silvestri's run, which
Well,
is like
yeah.
the 200s. Yeah.
230.
And Pip has been
Surround.
affiliated with the X-Men.
Yep.
Cloak and Dagger's been affiliated with Peter Parker's Spectacular
Pip is
Spider-Man,
more of
and they
a
had their own
Pip
series.
Pip is definitely more cosmic. He's
Yeah.
with Adam Warlock and Infinity Watch.
I was just
type
trying to
of
give
thing.
people references for
Yeah,
them to research
ideas.
their characters and stuff. The
But yeah.
Nightcrawler's with the X-Men, of course.
Yeah.
And he was originally going to be DC, but DC turned him down. We talked about that.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, you think we nailed this on the teleportation?
I believe that's
I
about
think
it.
so. Yep.
So we're going to teleport out of here then?
Yep, we're out of
Yep.
here.
Okay, get tired of the same old story. Please turn some comic book pages and leave any comments in the box below.
And like us on Facebook.
And subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss any of our videos.
Thank you.